truck teamwork, luscious libraries, and history happenings. All this and more as the Stafford Weekly News starts now. Welcome to the Friday, March 6th edition of the Stafford Weekly News. I'm Randall Williams. It was 2 years in the making, but Stafford Fire finally has its new truck, and it was greeted by an interesting tradition. You may not have heard, but Stafford has a new fire truck, which calls for a traditional ceremony.
Well, today is our push-in ceremony for the new Truck 22. Truck 22 has been a long time coming. It's been in the works for about 2 years on a build, and it finally got delivered a couple weeks ago, and today is the day it goes in service. So the push-in ceremony is just a traditional thing now. So back in the day when the wagons and stuff were horse-drawn, well, they would, pull the horses that would pull the wagons and return back to the firehouse, and then they would take the horses and put them up in the stables, and then the firefighters would then push the wagons back into the fire station. So what used to be a necessity is now just tradition. So in today's world, we will push the fire truck back into the fire station to put it in service, so that way it's ready to go.
So I am very proud of our fire department under the leadership of Jose Magana and all other firefighters. I'm very proud of this new truck, and they can take care of many incidents, and it will be very good for the staff and also the people in this area. So I am very thankful to them. Let us keep it up, fight for it with the fire truck so that we will have everybody in safe.
Truly honored to be here. Our city, we are celebrating, we're here gathering, not just celebrate the dedication for all of you. You guys are the ones safe, just protect our safety, but only, and also we official welcome this new apparatus into service. I think that's bring to unwavering commitment for all of us to the safety of our community. And I want to thank you, all of you, serve this city with honor, with encouragement, and excellency. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you so much for your dedication. Thank you.
I'd like to thank our continued supporters for the amount of support that they've shown us, our city leadership, council, our firefighters. This has been a long time in the making, and this is just something that we've been all looking forward to, and it's an exciting day, and we hope to serve the citizens well with what has been provided to us.
For Stafford Weekly News, this is Randall Williams. The fresh and savory Deli has been a staple in Stafford for over 40 years, so it's high time we learned more about it.
Tucked away in Stafford is a local staple that has been serving up meals for decades. Fresh and Savory Deli and Grill first opened its doors in 1984, and today, owner Adolfo Garcia continues the tradition of feeding the neighborhood. We stopped by to learn the history behind their classic menu.
Hello, my name is Adolfo Garcia, and I wanted to talk a little bit of history about Fresh and Savory that's been in the community now 43 years, going on 44 years this October 2026. It all started in 1984 with Jenny and Earl, the original owners of Fresh and Savory. They started to build something that was basically just fresh sandwiches. And throughout the years, If you read some of the articles, they'll state where they added to the menu a little bit at a time. They went from the sandwiches to the salads. They decided to add some soups. Then they went to pastas and then desserts. And that's what it is today. Okay, I'd like to talk a little bit about some of our special items. One of our top sellers called the Louisiana Muffalata. It was basically, Muffalatas is originally from New Orleans. So the new manager, when we took over Fresh and Savory, I decided that was the first thing I was going to work on. And I'm so grateful and very appreciative to all the customers' feedbacks that they just extremely love them. The other item I have here on my right side, it's a large grilled chicken salad. And basically, again, we try to use the most freshest ingredients possible with everything that we do here in the restaurant. The one next to the salad here is a tuna fish sandwich. And basically we have you could do three choices of those. We got a chicken salad, tuna salad, or egg sandwich, which is really, really great toasted with lettuce, tomatoes, your nice basic, good homemade tuna fish, chicken salad, egg salad, all homemade here. Also, the items that we also have on the menu that a lot of people enjoy, we have the Reuben sandwiches, we have the corned beef sandwiches, and we also have the hot pastrami with Swiss cheese. Now let's talk on the dessert side. My wife's the baker. She does an amazing, incredible baking. We have the cheesecake, classic white cheesecake. We have the chocolate cheesecakes. All desserts are made in-house, like I mentioned, and we have the brownies, pecan squares, lemon squares, and any other desserts that you may need.
The signature sandwiches and in-house desserts keep customers coming back, but it's the relationships that truly keep the doors open. Surviving the pandemic was a massive challenge for the restaurant, and Garcia credits the support of the local community for helping Fresh and Savory weather the storm.
Working here in Stafford has been amazing, starting from the mayor all the way down to everyone that works in the city hall. It's just been a blessing. They're a very great, tight community here, and we've been so thankful and grateful to have them being part of us, being part of our family here. I'd like to thank the police officers, Richard, the chief, and his staff. I'd like to thank Jose and his staff at the chief fire department and the EMTs here in the community. Anybody that I miss, I apologize, but everybody in this community has been very working together hand in hand, and it means important to me because I love working with the community. There's nothing more better than I like to see is for everyone to work together. Like I always mention to my customers, if you get tired of eating my food, we have plenty of restaurants out here. Work with everybody. There's all types of food out here. I give praise to every one of them. I hope that everyone does really well. But it was a long struggle for us to keep it going here during the COVID. After COVID hit, after we took over, it was a really, really hard one. But I promised myself that I would take my last word to keep it going, that I'll make sure that this restaurant does not close, because it was born here in Stafford and I wanted to stay here in Stafford. But I didn't do it myself. So I want you to understand this in this interview. It comes from you all. It comes from the community, from the customers, all the way down to my employees that kept this going. So I'm thanking both sides tremendously from my heart. I'm just the leader. I'm just the gentleman that looks at everything to make sure everything's consistent, everything looks right, all the muffaladas look the same, everything looks good on the salad. That's what I like to do. I like to make sure everybody's happy. When I'm watching everybody eat in my restaurant and I see them smiling and they're giving me great feedbacks, it just really makes my day. And that's what I live for every single day, to give that wonderful passion back to the community. Okay, I would like to introduce one of our new members here that joined our family here. His name is Phil Mitchell, but I want to give you just a little rough background and then I'll let him speak on his behalf. Phil has been a great friend of mine from day one. After I moved here after Katrina, after losing my whole family, lost everything in Katrina, we started all over here in Houston. Some of my family and some of them stayed in New Orleans. But I remember walking in this place in the River Oaks area, and I will never forget this to the day I ever live. I remember walking in this little house that reminded me of California. It looked like Carmel. I walked in, it was a place called Bistro Calais. It was a very quaint, very beautiful place, little French bistro. They had music and they had wines and food. And that's basically how I met Phil. He was the owner of Bistro Calais. And I remember walking in there when I needed a sandwich and he gave me a sandwich. And I looked at his face. I said, one day you're going to remember this because I'm always going to be your best friend and I will be your best customer. And I kept my word. And we've been friends ever since.
Thank you, Adolfo. Thank you very much. Again, like Adolfo said, we met back right after Katrina. And we didn't know our relationship was going to end up like this. You know, he was a gentleman that was, just coming into Houston, and we were in the restaurant one day and, we talked a little bit, had a nice conversation. It's been a great 20, 25 years knowing Adolfo, and he's been a customer of mine for the last 20 years as well. We did Bistro Calais. From Bistro Calais, we went on to do Phil and Derek's. Adolfo was right there supporting me the whole time. And Adolfo opened up his Fresh and Savory. And he talked about it, and I was real excited for him, very excited for him. And we talked a little bit, gave him some ideas, and we just shot ideas back and forth with each other. And he just said, Phil, I'm gonna make it. And when I can get to that point, I want you to come, a certain point, I want you to come in and help me. I said, well, Adolfo, I'll be glad to. But the 6 months that I've worked with Adolfo, from a business standpoint, I think I've learned more than the 55 years I had in this business. These young ladies work back here. When I see these young ladies work back here, I came back here, I said, man, it's like General Motors. It's like working on the lines at General Motors. These young ladies have a system set up that Adolfo implanted here, and it runs itself. Adolfo actually can take off and go home if he wants. The way they support him, it'll run itself. And that's what I've learned from Adolfo. Because all the cooking, all the service, all the bartending I've done, just watching this system work, I want to be a part of it.
Like I mentioned earlier, I'd like to introduce one other person. My mother-in-law is very shy, speaks very little English, but she's an amazing human being. I've been blessed with her and my wife. But just to introduce her, because she works in the kitchen here. She has learned everything about this restaurant, and she's a hard worker. So I just want my mother to say hi to the community, Mama. And she just loves what she does. So if you're ever in the neighborhood, please swing by, say hello to the staff, say hello to Mama. All the customers know her now. They look, hey, where's Mama? They look for Mama. We call her Mama here. So we will appreciate it. We'll offer you to come join us. Have a great lunch. Say hello to the staff. It's like I said, it's not all about me, but I appreciate y'all giving me all the great feedbacks and compliments. But it comes all with these employees here that make me who I am today, and that what makes the community keep going. So thank you all for that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Here at Fresh and Savory, we like to thank each and every one of you for all the support that you've been giving us throughout the years. Thank you for your support.
Thank you.
With longtime friends and family stepping in to manage the front and anchor the kitchen, Fresh and Savory proves that family is the true secret ingredient to their longevity. For Stafford Weekly News, I'm Al Morales.
Library learning next. If you want a book club, Fort Bend County Library is the place to go. If you want to eat, well, same place. Fort Bend County Libraries have, unsurprisingly, a number of book clubs, but there are some that are more interested in filling your belly than your mind.
Well, we're celebrating Culinary Club, and we're celebrating Ragin' Cajun because tomorrow is Mardi Gras. So we have a monthly meeting. We have a theme. The theme this month is Ragin' Cajun. Next month it's Meatless March, and so we just have a theme. The members of the club make a dish in accordance with the theme. They bring it to the meeting, and we all get to taste it, and then we talk about our recipes and any problems we had or any adventures we had making it. And it's been going on since 2011 when the library opened. So adult services usually brainstorms at the end of the previous year and says, oh, well, this would be a good theme. We sometimes use the Chase's calendar of events to come up with a theme. I think we've done Black History Month, so we did soul food one year, and we've done several meatless ones because we have a bunch of vegetarians in the club. So we just brainstorm and come up with some ideas.
The roundtable discussion of discoveries made and problems encountered in the various recipes was interesting and impossible to edit down, but I learned there was such a thing as sugarcane vinegar, so I got that going for me. And how does one go about joining a culinary book club?
Well, they can call me, or they can We have a new member that's coming today who found us on our webpage and found out that I was the contact for the Culinary Club. We do have, I send out a newsletter every month, but I send it to the people whose email addresses I have. So you have to come to a meeting for me to get that. And you can call the library and find out about it, or you can just email me.
For Stafford CSI, this is Randall Williams. If you're interested in yarn and the things you can make with it, Stafford's Mamie George Library branch has a program for you. If you're living in Stafford and you have a yin for weaving and stitching, your library has good news.
So tonight we're having a program, Crafty Stitches. Today we're doing plastic canvas weaving. So we're taking yarn, weaving it into a plastic canvas. We have a couple people signed up today, so we're hoping for a good program. So Crafty Stitches, here at our branch, we're focused mostly on stitchery projects like crochet, weaving. We've got one coming up that's book stitching, like book binding. Some of the other programs have a Crafty Stitches program, and they do other craft programs as well. So at our branch, Crafty Stitches, we host once a month towards the end of the month on Monday nights. Starting next month in March, we have a Nintendo Switch game night for middle school and young adult. It'll be Monday night from 3:30 to 6 p.m. After that, we have our craft program that meets the first the first Wednesday of each month. So in March, they're doing DIY Lucky Shamrock Kiss Party Favors. And then the following Wednesday, we're doing a sip and paint. So we have paint by number canvases and blank canvases for you to use. And we have refreshments to go along with that. And then the following Monday, we have a board game night we host every month. So we have board games that you can use to come in, or feel free to bring in your own board games as well. To find out more about our programs, you can visit our website. We have a list of events on our calendar. You can find events for our branch here or other branches across the library system. We also have an app, so if you have a library card, you can access all that information through your app and manage all your account holds and stuff like that.
For Stafford CSI, this is Randall Williams. Another Black History Month is in the books, and here's how SMSD honored that history.
February was a month of remembrance and celebration across the district, culminating in a powerful showcase at Stafford Elementary. On February 26, students took the stage for their Black History Heritage program. The event featured moving pieces performed by students themselves, honoring men and women in American history who sacrificed their lives in the fight for civil rights and freedom.
Supporting us tonight. My heart is so full. Your kids worked so hard on this, and I'm so happy they were able to share this with you. I want to say a huge thank you to Ms. Turner for being our chair for this event. Let's give her a hand. Also, Ms. Blaylock, Mr. Pineda, Ms. Harris, and the cheer squad. Thank you guys so much. Students, you guys, as always, were amazing. And you make me so happy each and every day. Parents, thank you guys again from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean the world to us, and we can't do anything that we do without you guys.
Seeing these young students engage so deeply with our nation's history is a beautiful reminder of why these programs are so essential. Through their voices, the legacy of those civil rights heroes continue to live on and inspire the next generation. It was an unforgettable evening of education and tribute. For Stafford Weekly News, I'm Mal Morales.
There's an old saying, if you don't like the weather in Texas, wait a few minutes. It'll change. Sometimes that change is drastic. So let's talk about it.
This week is Severe Weather Awareness Week for the Southeast Texas region. This is a week where the National Weather Service highlights each day of the week as a different severe weather preparedness day. The goal is to provide you with important tools and tricks that can help keep you safe during severe weather. The Severe Weather Awareness focus for Monday is heat safety. Heat is the #1 weather-related killer in the United States and causes hundreds of fatalities each year. The groups most vulnerable to heat are young children, older adults, and pregnant women. Just because you are healthy does not mean you will not suffer a heat-related illness. Make sure you are practicing heat safety, drinking lots of water, staying in the shade as much as possible when you are outdoors, and always remember to never leave children or pets unattended in a vehicle. Always stay up to date with the weather and be on the lookout for any heat-related watches or warnings. The Severe Weather Awareness focus for Tuesday is thunderstorm safety. Severe thunderstorms can produce damaging hail and wind gusts. Hail, an inch in size, can damage property such as plants, roofs, and vehicles. Strong winds over 58 miles an hour can break off large branches, knock over trees, or cause structural damage. In a thunderstorm, make sure to go inside and stay away from windows. It is always important to pay attention to weather, so you know when the severe storms are possible. The severe weather awareness focus for Wednesday is tornado safety. Tornadoes can happen any time of year, and when a tornado is coming, you may only have minutes to prepare. Make sure you and your family have a designated safe space, preferably an interior room away from windows, like a bathroom or a closet. When a tornado warning is issued, go there immediately and protect your head. Have a plan now for when a tornado strikes, because every second will matter. The severe weather awareness focus for Thursday is flood safety. Floods take the lives of many people in the United States each year, and many of those deaths are the result of people driving into flooded roads. Please remember, turn around, don't drown. Prepare for floods before they happen. Know if you live in a floodplain and which roads are likely to flood. Identify the fastest way to higher ground, and remember that you are safest indoors. If you are outside when a flash flood occurs, do not attempt to cross floodwaters by vehicle or on foot. The severe weather awareness focus for Friday is beach safety. With warmer weather returning to our area, it is important to remember to be safe when you are at the beach. Remember the meaning of each of the Texas beach warning flags, and if it is red, purple, or orange, please exercise extreme caution. Be cognizant of rip currents, and if you are ever caught in a rip current, do not fight it. Swim parallel to the shoreline to get out of the current. And finally, make sure that you are safe in the sun. Wear a hat and sunscreen, remain hydrated, stay in the shade, and wear loose-fitting clothing. That's all we have for this year's Severe Weather Awareness Week. We hope these tips and guidelines help you, and hope you stay safe both at home and out on your adventures.
That's a wrap on our news for this week. Thank you for joining us. For everyone here at Stafford Weekly News, I'm Randall Williams. May all your news be good news.
This program was produced at City Hall of Stafford, Texas, in association with Houston City College.